Hi guys! Oh my god, Nikki's outside in the sun. How gorgeous is that? Hi guys, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Helen, can you hear me? Thumbs up. Hi Nikki! Yes, great. Oh, what a beautiful day. Been stunning. Everybody's jumping on. Hi guys. Okay, super exciting. So today it is, gosh, what are we? Monday I don't know what date it is. Hold on, what date is it? Let me look at my phone. The 20th, right. The 20th of May. And we have not long landed from Vegas. And obviously, you know, you don't need to sleep in this business. Your energy is just like, thank you guys, you know, raised so much by everything we have learned in that arena, the trainers, the leaders, the legends, the legacy, the commitment, the whole group Rocher were there, the new product launch, you know, the Arbonne family of love. I mean, literally, we had Brice Rocher. Now he is, so if you think of, we are owned by Group Rocher, but Yves Rocher is his great-grandfather, okay? So they are a huge company in France. They are that huge, they own their own hotel. And I know that we are, the nations who own the MVP Challenge trip next month are staying in their own private hotel for a night. And then we're going around their own private residence. And obviously this is where Arbonne is now, you know, we have much more money to invest. And so in things like recyclable products and all the green, you know, theme it's really going to be pushed through, starting from now and growth towards the next, gosh, 5 years, guys. And the amount of money they're investing in Arbonne as well. Just know they have a back. And Brice stood on stage, and I love this. He said, Arbonne is a love brand. I mean, that is so powerful. To me, that summarizes the whole GTC, that Arbonne is a love brand. Mari, you've raised your hand. I don't know, did you want to say something, or did you by accident raise your hand? Oh, she probably should be like, what? I'm going to take you off there. But if you do want to say something, put it in the chat as well. Okay, so I know that Caroline is doing a lot from Vegas as well in the 9 p.m. Zoom, and I'm going to help her out with that. I'm not sure of her content, so what I'm going to do is going to give you from 8 to about 8:45 my content. And I would like to get Nikki, if she's up for it, just to jump in as well, because Nikki's been, are you okay with that, Nikki? I know you're eating right now. I won't ask you to share. Thumbs up. Yeah, cool. Because Nikki as well has been coming to Vegas for many, many years. And I think it's always great to get other consultants' experience who have been, you know, in Vegas. And this time, the difference, the shift from fundamentally the love brand to, you know, the fact that we have exploded the last year in Arbonne. So I love this. So Brice said, only brands with strong roots can change the world as long as they are bold enough to be committed. Now, who here, have you all been on virtual and watched, you know, because I don't want to repeat a lot of things that has already been said. Have you guys put your hands up? Have you watched most of the virtual, or are you catching up? No. Ali, you have, right? Okay, Maritza, have you? Not yet. No. Okay. So that's fine. I mean,
to be honest, Fiona, I think we're all catching up because, of course, none of us sat there for 3 days watching it, and also on our phone, it was a real pain because if you started watching it on your phone, you got through a 3-hour session, like you were an hour in. If you went and did something else, you had to start again at the beginning.
Wow. Okay.
It drove us all mad, honestly.
Okay, great. So I'm not going to repeat. That's fine. And anyway, duplication is learning. That's why we do the DA again and again. Thank you, Ali. And thank you. I put the code wrong in Arbonne Q. So thank you for doing that too. I'm just blaming jet lag, which is great because it's, you know, I would do that anyway, but that's why I've got you guys to help me out. Okay. So, and I love that, you know, you think about the fruits of your labor. So the fruit is the last thing to grow on the tree. So it's the roots, and then you work with the roots, and that's your foundation of your business. So that's your tracker, that's your skill set, that's your learning, that's your reading, that's your visualization. And as you grow, the fruits are the last thing to appear. So he basically said, you and us, we are a game changer for the coming years. Now that's incredible. You know, they have our back. So I want you to be 100% happy in your heart and confident that, you know, Brice Rocher and Group Rocher are taking us into the future. And if you look at the price range, how many of you are blown away by how cost effective the products are? Amazing. The gold bag, you know, that discount. And I obviously, it's kind of nice because in Maui, we were given the sheet. So I had a confidential sheet, do not share it. And I knew, but not all of the products have been released yet, but this is the UK. So I've known exactly what was, I haven't known the timing, so I've messed up on one of the products because I've had a few people going, I thought you said this product was coming out. I'm like, it is, but obviously not this month. It'll be coming out soon. Okay, so yes, and I mean, guys, really, really, you know, it's so exciting for us, the fact that we've got, you know, the prep work overnight jelly, you know, that's £23.40. This is so, like, if you look out there at any other, you know, we used to always say, okay, so, you know, when we first, you know, came into Arbonne, the ingredients were so good that all of you should already know this, that, you know, you've got your first level of product sales. So that's economy line, the 2-for-1. Okay. These are your Dove, your Simple. You go to Tesco, Asda, Aldi, and you pick these up. So the next line is the, you know, is the premium line. So this is Clarins, Clinique, Estee Lauder. Again, you go to more of a higher kind of bracket, John Lewis, Debenhams, and you go to a sales assistant behind the counter and you pay more money. And in your mindset, you're paying more money to get better ingredients, which isn't always the case, but you will probably get slightly better. But the problem is they're still putting things in there because they are obviously paying for the massive overheads when it comes to marketing and advertising. So because Arbonne cut the middleman out, you have ultra premium. Okay, so if we were in Harrods, it would be number 5 out of all the top 10 table skincare range, and the Swiss and the French are the best in the world. We'd be table number 5. Now we are predominantly Swiss, but now we have coupled in with the French. Okay, so this is, you know, ultra, but yet the ingredients, we have not sacrificed ingredients. We've actually improved the ingredients, yet the price bracket has gone down. And that's because Group Rocher are $1 billion turnover company, okay? So really I want you to go to the source and print off the price volume list, okay? Because when I'm selling things, you know, if you're new on this call, you know, you may have just started to get used to Third Stage, just started to get used to RE9, just started to get used to, you know, the prep work range. But really, you've got to get to grips with these products because people are so excited to get their hands on these products, guys, because the cost is amazing. I'm going to be doing lots of host events at my home and with all these new products. So the sooner you can get these products on your skin and in your body, the quicker and the easier it will be for you to share with other people. Because I tell you what, the coconut cream, oh my God. Oh my God, seriously. I've been doing Arbonne 11.5 years. I have never smelled anything this good. Ever, okay? And if I'm passionate about it, you're going to want to try it too, okay? So you've got to get these products, you've got to start using these products and sharing and telling them, you know, like the price difference and how a doctor's a lot, how lasts they long for, and how amazingly fresh they smell and they are, okay? So basically, okay, so Basamba Soho, the big, huge black, West African man, he said that your belief will be tested every single day. I promise you that. And we know that, you know, we had such a huge training across the board at GTC about the products, but also the leaders who are saying, you know, things are not difficult, they're just challenging, okay? They're challenging to you, they're challenging to your business, and where do you want to take your business? And like most of us, you know, we face fear every day, but we do it anyway, you know, with that in mind. So I love the fact that Katrina started off, she was the first, one of the first trainers on stage, and she said, I am just glorious imperfection. I would say I fail forward, but she said, I'm glorious in perfection. And she told a very funny story that she said that, you know, she knows she has to talk about this business wherever she goes. So she was there getting waxed, and she's lying in a very nun kind of sexy position getting waxed. And she thought, I have to do my ask. I have to ask this lady about the business. You know, and she just did the Mel Robbins. So if you don't know about Mel Robbins, she was a keynote speaker last year. She has a great book, 54321. Ali's got it. And she went and did it. Now that woman who was waxing her bits at the time in a very uncompromised position became one of her like direct regions, and I think she has 5 under her. Okay, so I went to get my nails done at the MGM Grand Arena. These cost me $130. Okay, this is MVP life. Okay, where you just go, okay. So Ian Pritchard had just had his nails done before me, obviously not painted but manicured. So I was speaking to this woman and I'm thinking, and he told her he's the #1 earner in the UK, which he is. Now, what would you do with that? Would you think, well, if Ian Pritchard's been here before me, he's bound to have asked her about the business. But you know what? I said to her at the end, did he speak to you about the business? And she said no. So what does that mean, guys? You always ask, okay? Even when you think that, oh, I don't know, I'm scared, that's the time when you have to, okay? So if change doesn't cost you anything, then it isn't real change, all right? It's gonna cost a price here, a sacrifice. But what's the choice? Don't give yourself a choice of lack. Don't give yourself a choice of not earning the money that your family and you deserve in your life, of one life. Okay, this is where it's time. This business can give you, and when you see the amount of success in that room and people on stage, you know, a DM last year is now an MVP this year. You have to not, you can't help but be inspired and want it too. That's why we're all here on this call on a Monday night. So are you ready? Okay, are you ready? And I mean ready to take those life punches, those love punches that are going to come your way. Do you want to build a better life? You know, seriously, guys. And do you want to build a better you? Okay, so doing the work with energy and commitment, that's what's going to build your success on a daily basis. And consistency was really a key word as well. They talked a lot about being consistent. And that is the truth, guys. You know, you can take a breath, but you can't stop your business. Okay, you can take a breath, and I like that, but you can't stop. Okay, because if you're starting, you know what, that is so hard to build that momentum. So you're doing something every single day. So 2, ask for products, 2, ask for your business, 5, follow-ups, and adding 2 new people to Facebook or your social media. Yeah, we kind of know this, you know, the dynamic duo of 2. So the compounding effect. If you find 2 people this month and help them to find 2 next month, that's 4, 2 next month, that's 8. And it is the 8th wonder of the world. It's Albert Einstein. So in 1 year, you'll have 2,480 team members in your team by just finding 2 this month and helping them to find their 2 next month. You know, isn't that incredible? 16 people to do the cash bonus 2 in your team will get you to RVP. Break down these numbers. It's not so hard, okay? Don't overthink it, overcomplicate it. There was a trainer on stage who said, how many times do you go on stage, or how many times do you think about Arbonne? And really thinking about Arbonne, you're thinking about Arbonne all the time. And then at the end of the day, somebody says, so what did you do? I was thinking all the time. So you have to do the do. I know we all get caught up in that, right? Okay, master your mind. Outsource your mental thoughts. So always asking for referrals. So if you were to ask 5 people a day, and this was key for me going region and nation, I had to ask 5 people a day no matter what. And I mean, I was physically asking 5 people a day. Like I remember, like it was a Saturday, I was rushing around, kid's birthday party, I can't remember, and I literally had 30 minutes and I was like, right. So I took myself into town, I walked around the shops and I asked 5 people. And even though I got a no, yes, yes, no, yes, the no's were part of my 5 asks. I asked, okay? I asked live people, but people you can do on Facebook, whatever, but you have to ask. But I will say, if you're doing it on social media, you have to get a reply to your ask, okay? So with that, that means in 1 year, by doing that, I will, and 5 asks a day, I've done 4.68 million asks in that year. 4.68 million. And if we say 1 in 10 people do this business well, and 1 in 100 people is an ace, an MVP in your business, guess what? It's not magic, it's maths. Always maths, it's a numbers game. So Nikki, I'm going to hand over to you, my lovely. And we'd love to hear some of your top tips.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sat outside here on a lovely, cool, fresh, lovely evening. Very different to hot, windy Vegas, dry. How are you all? Are you all good? I can't actually see everyone because it's not how my phone works. Sorry about that. The key things for me, thank you very much for asking to come on, Fiona. Utterly incredible GTC, my 7th one. Very different vibe this year. I mean, it's always utterly incredible. It's always utterly incredible. But it felt very real, very much roll your sleeves up. The sales, we are 25% up on last year, and everyone was absolutely flying. And there was so many comments of like, this is the Arbonne I've been waiting for. All of the Group Rocher people are absolutely delighted with performance. They can't believe the culture. Own It was the theme, and there were lots of different aspects of Own It coming through. So own your business, own your legacy, own your accountability. And, you know, own it is such a powerful thing. Rachel Hollis was utterly incredible about owning your life, being who you are, your own story, stop comparing, you know, whoever you are and wherever you're at is absolutely incredible. Everybody has a huge role to play in Arbonne. If you don't look and sound like an ENVP right now, then, you know, who cares? You create your own situation. And there was a lot on diversification as well. You know, the world globally is growing in the Hispanic countries and the Spanish speaking countries and, you know, the Asian countries. And, you know, in reality, there's going to be far fewer white people. Like, actually, I'm personally very interested in trends in something like the next 10, 20 years. And that, you know, Asian and Hispanic cultures and, you know, all kinds of, you know, whites are losing supremacy everywhere, guys. You know, we need to think about diversification in all kinds of different areas in different countries in ways that you make. So, you know, actively go and find all kinds of people in your team and look for different people. And being in a solution state was a really kind of key thing. It's not kind of what you can't do, it's what you can do. Flourish was a really key word for me. That's what Pettenmort mentioned in his video. And flourishing in every way, every aspect of you. Arbonne is so committed to sustainability, the environment, the culture. We've got a fantastic new I can't remember her actual name. She's like a new marketing lady, and she was talking about trends. She's absolutely fascinating. She's very like Michelle Obama in her energy. And her and Jean David did a fantastic presentation on the future of the culture was really, really, really key. This is where we're very, very different to any other business like this. Genuinely very true and authentic and real. And Rachel Hollis just hit the nail on the head. You know, she's absolutely all about being yourself, you know, authentically on social media, and just really listening and tuning into the person, because and seeing where the fit is with Arbonne, at least 3 hours a day, 40 faces a month, you know, all that jazz, 2 follow-ups a day. And that's what compounds, basically. It's the little and often all the time. That's what makes a huge difference. And Rita Davenport, oh my word, she totally rocked. I mean, I've listened to those Soul Journal CD, and Rita's always the one that I listen to. And I was so pleased to hear her talking about some of the stuff in the Soul Journals thing. And she just had us all eating out of her hand within about 30 seconds of walking on the stage. It's like late 70-year-old woman who was 20 years the president of Arbonne comes in and starts dancing to Tina Turner. And she calls Jean David, you know, and his little puppy dog face in her southern accent. And she talked about 3 hugs a day. That's what everyone needs, is 3 hugs a day. So make sure you get your 3 asks in and your 3 hugs a day in. Own it. It's as simple as that. there's information overload everywhere. You can get all the information on the products. The products are absolutely out of the park, the new products. I've had lots and lots of people very interested in the powdered vitamins, the skin elixir, and the skin fading those three particularly. I've had literally people calling me about those. And the body products, people sort of don't realize how good quality Arbonne is. And I think the main mission with those is it's felt like a bit of a combination of FC5 and the Christmas products that we've had before, but it's really about targeting the millennials, because they're all over the nutrition. 90% of the business is nutrition at the moment, and I think they want to balance all 90% of new consultants are buying ASVPs on the nutrition, and they want to sort of get people on and realizing how incredible the skincare is and the body care. So when someone gets onto the nutrition, you know, use the free product to get them into a new aspect. So maybe the makeup or the skincare or the body care, you know, eye gel masks, or, you know, the Genius pads or something like that. And that's where the skin elixir is very much a balance between the two. So whether you're on the nutrition or whether you're on the skincare, that is one that's like literally smack bang in the middle. So they've done some very clever things with the products that they brought out. Actually, it's very strategic and sort of tactical about how we can really expand our business. They're really, really helping us, guys, really helping us make the most of everything that we have with Arbonne, because we can help people so much more with everything that we have. It's not just one thing, it's the cross the categories, health and wellness from the inside out. That's where we're really going to see differences. And I'll just have to say that I was been on the 30 days the whole time I was in Vegas, which is the first time I've done it, and I don't feel jet lagged. I feel tired right now. So I cannot recommend the 30 days enough from a personal point of view for tiredness and heat and jet lag, and just the strain of long days. And, you know, somebody told me that they did something like 10,000 steps in 2 days or something in Vegas. So, you know, you're doing a lot, you're on your feet a lot. So we have the best nutrition. We have literally the best thing on the planet. I had the vitamins in my shake, and I definitely felt more energized that day on the Saturday than I did the day before. I mean, really makes a difference. It's tangible difference. Products are amazing. Yeah. So, okay. Anything else?
That's amazing. It's great to get everyone's personal experience. Thank you, Nikki, for bringing the products in there, how it's applied to yourself and helping you guys out. And you know what? A big thing was be real on Instagram. Be you, okay? Everybody else has already taken, guys. And the authenticity was like, really, like, I feel like Peyton, you know, when she trained, she said it's important to have integrity, to be the same person, you know. Dare to be yourself, actually be vulnerable, be everything you are. People want to see you, you know, those pictures as well. You know, how many times do we see pictures on Instagram and that person does look nothing in real life? You know, I know Paul says that. He's like, you know, like, we're going to the MVP challenge trip next month, and I've basically printed off all the MVPs, and I'm like, okay, go on Facebook and find out, follow, you know, so you've got a bit of background. And he's like, Fiona, I'm not even going to recognize them in the flesh. So I really enjoyed that about that, because it is about, you know, you've got to have this, like Rachel Hollis, she was very much about saying, you know, comparison is the death of joy, and comparison is you giving away all of your power, not just a part of your power. So she basically says, you know, comparison and insecurity are sisters. Look outside of yourself. You know, people are looking outside of yourself for the areas that we aren't sure about. But actually, when you know inside, when you own that power, you know, then what's going to happen is that you'll find that you don't need to be anybody but you. And actually, people are watching you. They buy you when you first go into Arbonne. So you know, you get to decide whether or not you take someone else's opinion in. But when you come from you, there's no excuses there. It is just about being you. And I love that, you know, someone else's opinion is none of your business. You know, because I think in Arbonne, we kind of look at other people on Instagram, and, you know, you're following leaders, but choose the right values and leaders that you want to emanate and be, you know, and then become that, but also know that it's you and you are changing, but people, it's you fundamentally, you know, that are doing this business and loving this business as well. So I really enjoyed that when she was talking about, you know, that kind of having that life by design, by, you know, she had to go through the dark to get to the light as well. So Peyton said about people want to see the real you. So if you don't have a website link on your bio, get one. Okay, you need a website link to your Arbonne website on your bio, which I don't have, so I need to help my PA to help me do that. She said, I share my life and I sprinkle into Arbonne. So, you know, the consistency on Instagram is key, because everyone at Instagram is really where she's at. That's how she's got such a huge team. You don't need confidence to build this business, you need courage. You don't need confidence to build this business, you need courage. Giving people a front row seat to see how you live your life with Arbonne. So what she does is she has her lifestyle, but she sprinkles Arbonne into it. So she'll do a product like a shake in the morning, or she'll post a menu of her, like, I don't know, like a muffin menu mix or whatever. But then she's in the gym or doing a yoga session, you know. So it's her lifestyle, but with Arbonne sprinkled into it. And you're giving people want a front view, see, of your life. They genuinely, this is why Big Brother, this is why this has been so popular for people. So build people to build an Arbonne business, really. So own it, wear it, share it. So again, this is going back to when Rita said, when you open your mouth, money goes in or out. So really need to think about the words you're saying, the person that you're coming over on. In Instagram, she said 3 lifestyle, yes, and 1 Arbonne. She did on average. Thank you for sharing that, Nikki. That's exactly what she said in the chat. So it was more lifestyle, by the way, than Arbonne. But Arbonne, because of Arbonne, she has this lifestyle, if that makes sense. But she's into a dog, so she had cute dog pictures, you know. And really, it is inviting people to see you for you. Okay, so I've got to go. My favorite. I mean, I love them all, but my favorite was Ashley Strong, ex-military. Every word that came out of her mouth was gold, okay? So things like this. She says, I want you to have a vision so strong, and then you align your action to your vision. Because most of us do not have a powerful enough vision, okay? And I know that myself. When I first started Arbonne, £1,000 a month was what I thought would be good to get. Then I hit 1,000, then it was 5,000, then I hit 5,000, then it was 10,000, right? So you need to have a really big vision at the start, not just wait for that vision or to grow into. If you don't have a huge vision, then you're really cutting it short for yourself. So she said, sight is what we can see right now. Vision is what we can see in the future. Are you committed to fear? Are you committed to fear? Are you committed to excuses, to doubts? Because you really have to be committed to getting through this, okay? And really understanding that your future selves do not trust your present self. Because we say you're not going to be the person you were 3 months ago, 3 weeks ago, 3 days ago. So do not trust. Your future self must not trust your present self, okay? Stop the struggling, the stagnant, trying old formulas that aren't working to achieve new levels. If you did something to get to where you were, you need to do something different to where you want to go. So if it's becoming stagnant, you've got to shake that up, guys. Thoughts don't change the world, action does. And it was that whole thing about thinking I'm doing Arbonne, but you're not really doing Arbonne. Everyone has the potential for growth. And she said, I strive to be the 1%. Mediocrity does not leave a legacy, okay? She said, I want, grit. She said things like, so fail, write this down, F-A-I-L, fail equals first attempt in life. I love that. Like a baby walking or whatever, your first attempt in life. Effort, end, E-N-D equals effort never dies. It's not the end. Okay, so if you are going for a promotion or to get in qual, you never put that phone down till midnight, ever. I know Sammy Jane said she heard my call. I did an area manager boot camp that night, and I was like, do not stop. You have that hour, the magic happens, the hour, the power. Okay, And then no is next opportunity. N-O, next opportunity. And I love that because I never heard of that before. I am the CEO of my own company is what she stands. You know, we can't let somebody else's 10 pence bankrupt us. So if somebody's like, you know, putting you down, shaming, blaming, their 10 pence worth, you can't allow that to bankrupt your mindset or where you're going with your huge vision in Arbonne. You know, people are being haters. They're attacking. They're feeling the pain. Don't allow them to allow, you know, for you to allow it in. You know, it's our job. You know, people will be skeptical, but it's our job to show the world how incredible this business is and how incredible we can become. You know, attach the activity, not the outcome. It will catapult you. Guys, we train on this all the time, you know. Comfort is keeping you broke and keeping your talents a secret. You want to get uncomfortable here. You know, it's about, you know, ridiculous discipline. That's grit. Just take the first step. You don't get the ability, you know, to kind of say no to this. You have to want this. You have to have real intentional actions today. Like when I was going region and when I was, the fail thing, it was first attempt in life. Okay, so like I'm going to go back when I went region nation, 5 a day, 5 a day, 5. I had to do it. Yeah. And you continue to build after people quit a while. That's really, really cool. So, okay, so this is something I love. So are you in, there's 3 states in your business, a problem state, a blame state, a problem state, a solution state. There's 2 states, a problem state or a solution state, and we'll break them into 3 parts. But a lot of people tend to fall into a problem state or a solution state. So what does a problem state look like? A problem state, number 1, is blame mode. Okay, you know, you blame your upline. You know, well, if only my upline, you know, supported me, la 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 la. That's bad talk. Okay, you don't need an upline for your success. You need a downline. Okay, remember that. You would not be in your seat today if it was not, you know, if your upline did not say yes. So no matter how much you may find that you and your whatever's going on there, you're there because of your upline. So it's about being, just thinking about where you are. And also, you know, if you putting that out there, it's going to come back. So do not blame your downline, blame your sidelines. Because it's not going to affect your business. And then blame, and then he was so funny because it was Amy and Chris Weiler, and he was saying, I actually blame Canada, because Canada, you guys, like, you know, you've got Debbie Neal and so and Edith is part of Canada, so it's like, it's your fault. Oh, and Australia, you guys look too hot. You're all too hot looking, right? Stop the blame. Okay. Then the second state of this problem state is justifying. You know, why have I not promoted? You know, you're looking at the Arbonne year and you're in this kind of like, oh, well, you know, well, if my team had done what they said, then I would be a regional vice president, right? Or if he did, or they showed up, or they didn't cancel on me, or you're just in this, you know, this whole justifying mode of, you know, excuses. Doesn't work. And then the third of the problem state was he called it the fantasy mode. Where, you know, it's like, I don't know what happened. You know what? That person's, you know, you can be a nation in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We're going to do this. I'm going to get your nation in 2 weeks. Like, are you crazy? You know, they're like on a unicorn somewhere in a funny sky, you know, because they're unrealistic. This business is work. It's graft. It's grit. It's stamina. It's strength. It's, unicorn mode. Funny. So that's that side. Now come across into the solution state. How do we do that? How do we deal with solution states? Number 1 is your accountability mode. You know, it's the obligation to accept your own action in your own business, right? How did I do the tracking? Did I follow up with so-and-so? Did I ask for a referral? Did I contact those 5 people a day? That's where you start to take ownership in your business. Long-term, daily accountability in your business. Don't stop, okay? You have to do this on a daily basis. I mean, weekends I tend to work Monday to Friday. I'm really focused, and not so much of the weekend, but I sometimes don't realize how much I do because it's just part of me anyway. Why would I go out and not mention our bond? It's just, why would I not do that? So communication, okay, and basically giving 20%. Oh, okay. Another thing about accountability mode, when your team come in, if they give you 20%, you match that 20%. Okay, it's match commitment, because you have to give people accountability, because if you end up doing it for your team or people in your team and then you stop doing it and they have been relying on you and they're not doing it, guess what? Your personal business has stopped growing, and that's going backwards. It's either going forwards or backwards, and you're in trouble. And I know I'm guilty of that. I'm sure Claire, Nikki, all of us in our growth as leaders have at some time spent too much time with somebody in a Mother Teresa syndrome state, and actually when we weren't helping them to be independent. Okay, fall in love with you. So the next thing is, number 2, to be in the solution state, is committed mode. So what is your commitment? Fall in love with your why again. And I know Jade or somebody mentioned this before about people who are going through seasons in the business. We know after winter comes spring, right? So we all are having seasons all the time. But again, if you are finding yourself in a winter, fall in love with your why again. Are you committed to your goals? That's another thing. If you're gonna do something, then you need to follow it through. That's integrity. If I say I'm going to be there 100%, all of you know I've never let anyone down, ever. And if I have, somebody pull me up on it, because I haven't. I will. When I say I'll be there for you, I will be there for you, because my word is my bond, and I treat you like I treat myself, and I wear my heart on my sleeve, and what you see is what you get. Okay, and that's how we have to rock up. We have to own it. Going back to Nikki's word, own it and show up and treat this business like a business that it's meant to be treated like. Because you know what, if it's lovely to have fun, but you know what, other people are looking at you in awe of you wherever you are in this business right now, wondering if they too could do it like you. So make sure you do it. You own it. Are you fiercely coachable? Stay fully focused. So get on these calls, and well done for all of you right here, right now, who are committed every single Monday to get on these Zoom calls. You know what? You're the ones. I know who's coming up to the DAs. I know who's going to region training, who's making the effort to come away from the family. We're all the same with kids, babysitters, single moms, whatever's going on in our lives. We're all having to do that, but you never see one white Mercedes driver not in that room month after month after month. There's a reason why. There's a reason why those people are driving Mercedes, because they're turning up again and again and again. So get to every training, no excuse, guys. Have your good and your great goals. And then the third one was your consistency mode. So what can I do every day? Every month, every year. You got to follow. You've got to have a tracker. Okay, I hope you guys are all doing that. Look at where you were last year and your growth, or maybe not your growth, and say, what can I do differently to improve? Where is my strength? And rather than weaknesses, what am I good at? What do I like doing? It's got to be fun. You've got to enjoy this business. It's got to be feeling good about yourself, good about the business. I think that goes back to being authentic about you and stop comparing. And then really talk about your PCs and consultants to balance up. So number 4 is your growth mode. The E is so important in your team, because it shows you that you're in growth mode for longevity. They do say when you get district, if you help that person to become an E, they're going to stay with you. I think it's like, I'm not quite, I can't remember the stats, but it's quite a lot. I think it's 2 years longer if they're not an E. So you've got to get people to these E's, because they're helping their team and they're growing and growing and growing. So longevity wins. We're not in competition with each other. Your competition is procrastination, guys, and your competition is your ego. And what does ego stand for? It stands for edge God out. Get over yourself. You have a lot of work to do. You've got the right tools. You've got the right skills. You've got the right team. You're the right person to do it. Go do it. You can. There's everything. Maybe there's too much in a way. But get that out that comfort zone, because that comfort zone is going to stop you. It's going to make you stale. Okay, and then it's just about, that is it really. Has anybody got any questions? I'm going to give us a 15-minute breather because I need to eat before I go on the 9 p.m. Zoom because I'm not eating yet. We just put dinner on. So has anybody got anything else, any questions about the products or anything? And I'm not sure Karen's going to cover similar stuff, but it'd be good as well. All right, are we all good? Yes? Was that okay? Yeah, okay, cool. It's the same what we talk about all the time, isn't it? It's like, I already know this, so I'm like, I must be doing something right, yeah?
I love that though, because it's what we all know, but sometimes you just need that refresher. And even not being there, Olivia said to me, gosh, are you not missing it, mummy? And I said, do you know, I really am. And she said, I'm not a consultant and I'm feeling that I'm missing out. And I was like, that's priceless really, isn't it? But it's just that reiterating of it that just fires you up again. And I thought Ashley Strong was incredible. Yeah.
Guys, if anybody right now is feeling a little bit like fuzzy, okay, I told this girl off on the plane sat beside me because she said she was stuck. You know what I get like? I'm like, that word goes, you know, but
I hope she was in with Arbon.
Yeah, it's like, So anyway, but fuzzy, listen to Ashley Strong every day. If you're going to listen to one audio, listen to that girl from now to month end. If you've got a big promotion or get into qual, I want you to listen to her because she is a powerhouse. And do you know what? I resonate with that woman so much because you guys, come on. What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. And you know what? You think when everybody's repeating the same stuff you already do and train on, you think, yeah, I'm on it. I'm good. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. Because I think a lot of times we think we don't know enough because we're not where we want to be or we're still in growth, which is great. But actually, it's just compounding it, isn't it? It's just saying, I'm on the right path. Yeah. Thank you. All right, guys. I'll see you all at 9. Thank you so much for coming on. You are the winners because you're on this call. Lots of love. Bye.